Hey guys, and welcome back to Sports Design School. Now if you've been following along with the channel, you know we've been going through our Sports Design School Playoff, and today is our last video of our first round of the playoff. Unfortunately, we have a little bit of an update for you guys, but before I do that, I want to point out that at the end of this video, we will be going through with the final results for the first round. So we'll be able to go through and see who won the first round, who's moving on, and all of that exciting news for you guys. But quick announcement for you guys. So today's competition was supposed to be between Ryan Warford and another designer. And unfortunately, the other designer had to back out, and then we had a replacement for that designer, and unfortunately that replacement also backed out. I know that's frustrating for you guys, for all of the 68 plus that signed up, but unfortunately we're just going to have to move forward with just Ryan's design today. So spoiler, Ryan does not have anyone he is facing off against. He is the winner of his round, but nonetheless, his design process is super awesome, and this design is super sick. You guys are gonna really enjoy watching this, so definitely stay tuned. But here we go. Okay, here we have Ryan Warford. Now, Ryan is, to be honest, I think the first subscriber to Sports Design School. I remember back when some of those early videos were so janky. Like so bad. And I think Ryan was one of the people that found the page and gave me a shout out on Instagram or something. And then that's kind of what led us to get to as big as we are right now. So shout out to Ryan for that. But Ryan is a super talented designer. I love his work. I've been following him for a long time now, really since those early videos I was putting out. I think he also has his own YouTube channel, so make sure you check him out on that as well. But let's take a look at Ryan's video. Again, I shortened it. It was pretty long when he sent it over, so I cut it down to 5 minutes. But let's get started. So you can see going through Getty, it looks like going through Google, and it looks like he's trying to find player reference images that he can use for swaps. Again, it's interesting seeing like the different methods of swaps and the different styles and things like that. Like using the NFL logo, that's a good point for sure. And so for those of you unfamiliar with swaps, basically, and if you've been watching this series, you've probably heard me say this a lot, but essentially you're going to want to change the color of your jersey, make the jersey blank in order to kind of add in whatever elements you want to. Like, see how he's getting rid of all of the Clemson elements, got rid of the little Clemson paw, got rid of the Nike logo and all that. So then he's able to go through and tweak it in whatever way he wants to. It looks like he's adding in the Jacksonville elements. Very cool. And then it looks like he's adding in the helmet. Now, this is an interesting method of doing the face mask like that, from white to black. I don't think I've seen anyone do that before. So props to you. I think a lot of people, they go through and they do like the cutout thing, and then they warp it to where it fits in with like the shape they're looking for. So very cool for that. Gotta love the stripes on the shoulder. Very cool. Yeah, and Ryan's doing a great job with this jersey swap. And it looks like he's doing another one now too. Good for you, Ryan. Yeah, that swap looks great. You can really tell he's put a lot of time into really honing in and perfecting this, especially with the shading and stuff. That's one of the things I really admire, is when people are so good at shading things and like adding lighting to scenes and stuff. It looks beautiful. The way he took the Clemson numbers and then like tweaked them to make them the Jacksonville numbers, that's a cool touch too. So he's just going through and tweaking the lighting and stuff. Very nice. And now we're getting into some of the actual design elements, it seems like. So a little bit of a fire in the football. That's a nice touch. I do like that. It seems like the Panther pattern, or the Jaguar pattern is pretty popular. Yeah, I like that, the teal eye effect for that Jaguar. Again, he's using unsplash.com, one of my favorite places to get, and Pexels, one of my favorite places to get good, free, high-quality images. That lighting on that cutout right there just looks so good. Nicely done, very nice. Let's see what font he uses. Okay. I like the font choice for sure. You see a theme throughout this challenge where a lot of people are going with those tall, thin fonts. I think that's kind of the trend right now, at least from what I'm seeing from a lot of different brands and stuff. Cool. Ryan's definitely going all in on this shading, which I love. And I think from a composition standpoint, this just looks so nice. It's important to remind ourselves that like when you're doing this, this is really just an extension of artwork. Like you're creating artwork. So art has composition, and Ryan's doing a great job of capturing the composition and the layout to really make the image pop. And then adding in the Jaguars logo. His placement is so good too. I really enjoy that. Okay, gas can. It'll be interesting to see what we use this for. Okay, that's creative. Yeah, I like that. That's fun. I can't say that would have been my first like inclination for making this graphic, but huge shout out to him for that. Thinking creative. And then of course we have some awesome overlays. I see a lot of people with these overlay packs, and they're gonna make me want to buy one, to be honest, because some of these are just so cool looking. Again, another nice Jaguar implementation with those eyes. Very cool. You can really tell Ryan's going all in on the details, which is something I really appreciate. And it looks like that is it. So I'm gonna put up his graphic right here so we can just look at it for a second. But big thanks to Ryan for entering into the Sports Design School Playoff. It was a huge pleasure watching his design process, and I'm excited to see potentially what you can come up with in the next round. And now onto the results. Guys, this whole tournament has been super exciting so far, and it's been an awesome privilege to be able to put this together for everyone and to get a peek behind the scenes into the design process of all of these different talented designers. I know the time constraints and things were kind of strict, and it was hard getting everything, and really just trying to come up with a creative idea off the top of your head. It's super impressive to see these results from these designers. So I want to thank everyone that competed. Thank you guys so much. But now it's time for the results. And so I'm just going to go through one by one and break down each design head-to-head competition. So here in our first head-to-head result, we have Jack Rudenauer versus Tyler Marino. Now this was a super close battle. I mean, super close. The results were off by maybe like 3 or 4 votes. Now, if you remember, Jack had some awesome design process. He even had the little subtle Sports Design School logo that he threw in there. And then Tyler Marino had a little bit of a different approach. I think he used the iPad for his process, which was super cool to watch. Definitely cool seeing how he manipulated the wave splash and things like that. I can't even imagine doing the jersey swap on an iPad. But after all of the votes, the calculated winner of the round is Tyler Marino. So congratulations, Tyler. It was awesome. Jack, thank you so much for entering into the competition. I really enjoyed your work. Like I said, this was a super close race. And the people just really enjoyed Tyler's process. It was really awesome to watch. So thank you to both of you guys for entering, and congratulations, Tyler. Now to our next head-to-head competition. We had Jake Created versus Panthers Latest. Now, if you remember, Panthers Latest was a bit of a late addition, but he stepped in and created some awesome artwork here with this awesome, cool Trevor Lawrence silhouette. Definitely a unique approach, something that we hadn't seen so far in the competition. And of course, Jake Created went through and did this awesome Trevor Lawrence design that looks something that you would see for sure on social media, on Bleacher Report, SportsCenter, ESPN, any of those accounts. And so this was another close race. I think this one was maybe just a few votes less close than the last one, but still definitely a very close race for sure. And after all of the votes, the winner of the Jake Created versus Panthers Latest head-to-head battle is Jake Created. So congratulations, Jake, and a huge thank you to Panthers Latest. We really enjoyed watching your design process. So Jake will be moving on to the next round of our tournament, and he will move on to the round of 4. But let's move on to our next head-to-head battle. So now we have an exciting battle between Ben Westlake and Zachary Kilgore, and these are two very talented designers. I believe both of them design for the colleges that they are at, or maybe not at, but maybe just do freelance. I'm not really sure. But it was really awesome seeing their design process and their different approach. I know for Zachary in particular, it was cool seeing how many different iterations of his design he went through to get to his final variation. And then I know Ben Westlake, very talented, loved the colors, loved the unique approach with the stadium in the background and the gradients and things like that. So it was super exciting watching this go down, and again, another very close race. But after all of the votes, the winner of the Ben Westlake versus Zachary Kilgore competition is Ben Westlake. So congratulations, Ben. Really enjoyed loving to see your designs and excited to see what you can come up with in the next round. Zachary, really enjoyed watching your process. I totally relate to so many of the things you went through, so it was awesome seeing that. And then lastly, our last head-to-head matchup, which you now know was not really a head-to-head matchup thanks to the circumstances, but our winner was Ryan Warford because he had no competition. So congratulations, Ryan. You had an awesome design. You really killed this. I loved seeing the different overlays, the different use of the jersey swaps and things like that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with in the next round. Very awesome stuff, Ryan. But that's it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll reach out to these guys with the prompt here in the next few days, and keep an eye out for the next round of the Sports Design School Playoff. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.